Hello all Supernatural fans. Welcome back to another video update on the shop and what's been going on around here. Lots have been going on around here. As many of you know that I disappeared for just about, well, I guess it was 2 weeks. And I went up, on my last video that I did, I said I was going to a very special place. And my very special place that I got to go back up to was Vancouver. And I got to see my friends. I got to go up to the studio. Sometimes when I say set, that's incorrect. I should probably clarify that. I usually go to the studio because a lot of times set is if they're filming. And a lot of times when I go up to the studio, they are not filming there. But however, I have been on set a couple times. And so anyway, I went up to the studio. They were not filming in the studio. They were out on a different location. And I got to see friends that I have not seen in a while. Jerry Weinig, I just got to talk to Jerry. Last time I saw Jerry was when we were in Chicago filming the Bloodlines episode. So it was really good to see Jerry. Some of the people were out of the office that day. I kind of got there late, and I'll cover that in probably another story or so. But basically, me and Super Dave, we put a power booster on a Mustang for another friend up there, Danny, so he could have it for his son's wedding. And so me and Dave basically stepped up to the plate and did it. So because of that, we got to the studio late and some people were gone. So I have been gone. And while I have been gone, like I said, things have just been kind of really crazy around here. While I was gone, I know that we had over 8 inches of rain, basically flooding out. They let school out early because buses couldn't get to kids' homes and stuff because the roads were flooding out. So it was really crazy while I was gone. And in the meantime, because of the humidity and the rain and everything, Don and Mike just was really kicking ass on bodywork. So the first car that we're going to talk about is Big John Sammy. And Sammy, the last time I did a video, it did not have quarters on it. The quarters came in, finally, and they not only have them put on, but they've doing up all the body work over here. So let me come around here and show you. But Mike's been sanding and getting everything smooth as glass. The dog legs have all been repaired, and this thing is getting ready for paint. Now, because of our weather, what our plan is, I talked to Mike today and kind of on what stuff was going on. What's going to happen is once this car is almost ready, guys, it's almost ready for paint. And I'm going to come over here to Venator. And this is Brad and Mary Camp's car and up in Seattle. And Sammy goes to Florida. So this car is ready for paint. It's tarped up. It's ready to roll basically into the paint booth. That one is like just 2 steps behind it. And then we have Cassie's, the Cajun Queen here. And the Cajun Queen is getting all massaged out. They're sanding inside the door jambs and getting ready to shoot all of this in primer. So really, what should happen and probably is going to happen is that these cars will be coming into the paint booth one after the other. So Brad's is going to go in, then John's is going to go in, and then Cassie's is going to go in. So they have been, I'm going to kind of show you guys what's going on around here. Hoods, fenders, deck lids, they're all getting prepped so when these cars go in, they get shot. Now, we got bad news today, and Cassie, I haven't even called you to tell you, but this was your deck lid and this is your hood. And they're rotten, 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 rotten. Mike started blasting it to see how bad it was. We knew it was a little bad, and I'm going to come in here, but see, that's just rotted out there all the way across, and it's rotted out on the reverse side. We're probably just going to fix this. It would just be cheaper to buy a new hood or a deck lid without any rot in it. And the same goes for your hood over here, and I'm going to show you. And I'm also going to kind of maybe give you guys a little bit of a lesson here. But there's a hole there, and there's a hole there, and there's a hole somewhere over in here. What's causing these holes here and here is that this inner brace, and I'm going to pull this up. All right. Underneath this installation, there's a steel brace, and that's from the factory, and it keeps this hood from getting all crazy and wavy and stuff like that. It strengthens it up, stiffens it. And the factory used some kind of glue, and that glue, because that bracing is glued to the hood. And we've noticed that where these are rotting out is where that bracing is. So this is not the first hood that we've come across this. Christine Preston's was that way. There's one on Jeff's car, the Moose. It's starting to do it. And chances are, we don't know if it's just like came out of a certain factory that way, because not all of them are doing it. Does that mean they're going to do it? We don't know, but we've noticed it here on a few hoods. Now, Cassie, also I'm going to come up in here. You're going to see the rot all back in here, and that's just rotted out. Now, what's happened, what's caused this, is that this molding that goes here on the lip, it traps in moisture. And it's the exact same thing back down here on this deck lid. So when you have your molding on, rain, dirt, and stuff comes down here and it can't escape, and it just starts eating away at the car. And actually when it was kind of painted up, we thought, oh, we're going to be able to save this one. And then Mike hit it with a blaster, and it's just junk. And that's sad, because the rest of the hood's pretty good, but up under, it's all ate up. And so, Cassie, we're going to have to find a new deck lid and a new hood for the Cajun Queen. Sorry, we just found out today because they're getting everything prepped, like I said, for the paint. There were a bunch of hoods over here. So we've got fenders and hood for the pickup. I'll go over there and talk to you on that one. We got fenders and hood. That's for Goldie. Goldie is needing trailing arm and oil pan. So we got fenders here that are getting ready to be shot. Cassie, this is your other fender over here, and then your other fender's right there against the wall. This one is going to get patched, so this will be all cut out and repatched, but this is actually a really good fender. Very common to have that there on those fenders. So with that being said, I don't know what they've done with the rest of the hoods. Let me take a look into our paint booth. But there was a bunch of hoods and deck lids out here the other day, and I think, nope, nothing in here. So I don't know what they've done with them. It might be in the back part of the shop, but Mike posted some pictures on our Facebook page, and then everybody's like, whose hoods are those? Whose deck lids are those? And really I think on those photos that Mike posted, they were of obviously Brad's and John's. So that's what's going on there. Like I said, we're trying to get everything to roll it into the paint booth. I think this has been really extremely hot and humid here, probably because of all the rain and stuff that we've had. But fortunately tonight, that's supposed to go away. It's supposed to start getting cool down into the 70s. And I think we're going to have one day of rain. Tomorrow it's supposed to rain. But after that, it's supposed to be really nice. So we are crossing our fingers, and they're trying to get this stuff done so this stuff can get into the paint booth. So that is what's happening on with these cars right now. Joe sitting over here, the 66 Impala, it is just sitting for right now. Like I said, they're trying to bust ass on these other cars. And then the pickup here, which is a local customer, they've actually started getting a lot of stuff done on it and getting it in primer and stuff, because this truck has actually been in here for quite a while and they hadn't even touched it. So I'm glad to see them get on that. So with that being said, it's been crazy time. I went up, like I said, Canada, had an awesome time, got to hang out with my friends, very dear friends. Like I said, I consider Super Dave and Jeff brothers of mine, and we had a really good time, lots of laughs, and that's what, that was the main thing. Now, the main reason I went to Canada, a lot of people thought, oh, I just went up there because I wanted to go up to the studio/set. No, I went up to take care of some business, and I met some new people that have become my friends, and I'll cover that later. I'm not going to go into it right now, but my main reason for going out there was to go out to Portland, Oregon, because Val Kilmer and Michael Biehn, a.k.a. Doc Holliday and Johnny Ringo from the movie Tombstone, was going to be out at a Comic-Con. And that is one of my all-time favorite movies. So I wanted to meet those guys. And I got the opportunity to sit down and talk with Michael for a little while. Very nice guy. Signed my pistol grips. And I got to meet Val. And for a lot of you guys that don't know this, Val had throat cancer, and when he talks today, he is very, very hard to understand. And so I did not want, and I think it kind of is a little painful for him to talk, I believe. And so I did not want to put that man through any kind of anguish, to ask, to answer my stupid questions. But a very nice guy. And he signed my grips also, and that was my reason for going out there. It's kind of like my bucket list. I think where a lot of the fans and stuff on Supernatural, like, oh, I'd love to meet, Jensen Ackles or Jared Padalecki or, Misha Collins. It was that kind of same thing for me to meet Val Kilmer and Michael Biehn. And I got that opportunity. It is off my bucket list. I have met Doc Holliday and Johnny Ringo. So that was my reason for going out there. And it came to be that because I was going to be out there, everybody's like, hey, let's just go on up to Canada and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't want to bother my friends up there. Guys, they're filming. They're busy as we are here at this shop. And I did not want to bother them. But Jeff was like, come on up and stuff, and so I did, and I'm glad I did. It was pretty funny. Jeff called his boss, Craig, and he's like, hey, can I bring a couple guys up to the studio? And Craig was like, well, yeah, okay, who you bringing? And Jeff goes, Rick, the guy, and before Jeff even got out of his mouth, the guy that builds the Impalas, Craig's like, hell yeah, he's family. And that made me feel really good. Because they do look at me. Jim Michaels, who I consider a friend of mine, he's told me that I'm family, and I hope I always represent Supernatural the way, the right way. I'm very blessed to have those guys, I don't want to say in my back pocket, but their friendship, I would do anything for them, and they know that. And just a great group of people. From everybody that works behind the camera to the guys that build the sets and everything. These guys are awesome people, and I can never say that enough. The actors, Jared and Misha and Jared and Ruth and Samantha, I don't want to leave anybody out, but they are sweethearts, every one of them. And I think that's why that show is doing now its 14th year. And it's great chemistry. So anyway, that's where I was. I did take some videos and some photos, but because of the sets that I was on and we took photos, I'm never going to release those because, well, later, much later, because I don't want to give anything away for Supernatural. So I'm not going to, share anything for the time being, because you got to realize, I think when we were up there, they were on 7 or 8, somewhere right in there, maybe 6, 7, 8 filming. So it's going to be a while before I share any of those photos. But we had a lot of fun, and I got to go back through my bunker, and I told Jeff, I said, I got to go see my bunker, and I got to go play in the bunker again. I love the bunker, and there's going to be more coming on that here in the future. So with that being said, guys, that's what's kind of going around at the shop, the projects and what's been done, whose cars haven't been touched. But we, like I said, with the weather break that we're supposed to get, hopefully things are going to just start streamlining. So like I said, the guys have really been working their fingers to the bone on getting these cars, the body work and everything done on them and stuff. And I'm as excited to get these things done as Brad and Mary are, as John and Cassie and Matthew. I know he's wanting his done, and trust me, and I say it all the time, we would love to give you these cars months ago, but sometimes you got to work and deal with what the cards you're dealt with. And Mother Nature this year has been really giving us some crazy cards. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the shop's update, and so everybody kind of knows what's taking place around here and where we're standing. And we're just going to go from there. Oh, tomorrow I'll probably be doing another video. I am going back up to the city. Tonight's Thursday night. I'm going back up to Kansas City, and I should be grabbing the Branson car, Brandy, out of the upholsterer shop. I'm going to drive it back, and as a special treat, my brother Kevin Zimmerman, who owns Francis, the Hero 1 Impala, he's in Kansas City, and we're going to get together, and he's going to follow me, and we got to pick up some stuff. I learned something while at the studio, and I'm going to share it with you in a video next week. But I have to bring the supplies down here because I had to track some stuff down, and it was kind of difficult, believe it or not. A lot more difficult than it should have been. But so I'm going to have Kevin drive my truck. I'm going to drive the Impala. We're going to come down here, unload, and then we're going to take care of some other business. But so I'm going to see my buddy tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. I love Kevin, and he's a great guy. And I know he doesn't do cons or shows and stuff like that, but if you guys ever get the chance to meet him, you really should, because he's a great guy. And okay, so I'm going to wrap it up. I got to go do one more video, and then I'm going to get my stuff ready to head back up to the city. So, because I know I'm going to be making some more videos tomorrow and stuff. So, all right, guys, have fun. Thank you for watching this and listening to me ramble on about literally crazy crap, you know? So I will talk to you guys real soon. Bye.